the presentation that we're going to have tonight is around disability and estate planning. And Ken is pretty much the expert in this area. I know his firm and his practice focuses on several areas, and this is definitely one of them. And so we're really excited to have him here to share his experience with us. So thank you so much for joining us here in the US.
And thank you, Angela, for having me. It's a real pleasure to be here tonight to be able to reach out to folks throughout the province that may not have the ability to attend to some of these workshops. And as Angela had said, I'm a lawyer in Vancouver, just over 20 years now, practicing in a boutique firm in downtown Vancouver with a specific focus around estates and trust planning. And the other area, though, that I've developed a real expertise is in the area of disability. I happen to have a disability, and so I understand the community very well. And I found that knowledge of understanding disability is so important, being able to assist families in planning. And so these workshops, this workshop, I should say, the intention really is about building a foundation for families to have knowledge, not necessarily to get all the answers, but to have some confidence in knowing about options around planning for your loved ones that have a disability as you age and as they age, and trying to develop some peace of mind. So this is a very unique opportunity for us because most of these sessions that I give are, in a face-to-face contact, in a lecture sort of environment. And so it's a real honor to be able to reach out to folks that typically don't get this sort of knowledge. And so what I want to do is just kind of run through a little bit of an outline for tonight's discussion, and talk to you a little bit about what I would like to cover tonight. There's a lot of information here, and we want to try to go through it in a reasonable period of time. And we're going to start with a little bit of an overview of the disability landscape for persons with disabilities in British Columbia, and then highlight some key provincial legislative and policy changes for disability and trust. And I think that's really important. In the last year or so, there's been some significant changes around key legislative policy and legislative changes as it relates to disability and trust. And then I'll spend really the bulk of this presentation around trust planning for persons with disabilities. And then depending on the amount of time we have left, we'll touch very briefly on alternate decision making.